Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Yeah, Solana continues to grind below this descending trend line. So the price has not yet managed to break out to the upside. The parameters are still the same for the support area. So support is defined between $119.67 and $140.64. There was a question in the previous video, is it guaranteed that Solana will reach 119 this month? No, of course not. And I'm also not saying that, but I thought I said that let's say I don't predict that Solana will reach 119. It is only the primary risk level because it's the key bullish support for this 1-2 setup. Yeah, we know that a wave 2 shouldn't break below that 78.6 retracement, but if it does, then it will likely lead to a failure. We've seen that time and time again. When the cryptos break below the 78.6 fib level, it typically indicates a failure is coming off the structure of the 1-2 setup. So that's definitely what we are watching here at the moment on the chart. And it's important, I think, to recognize that the chart has developed a corrective pullback so far. So this move to the downside looks corrective. What does that mean? It means we have an overlapping structure. We have lots of up and down movements, which look, let's say, they are overlapping. Okay, so they don't clearly indicate strong downside momentum. So that means we can generally watch for overall higher prices, at least give the bulls the chance. Why is that? Because we know that when we get a 5-wave move up, which this potentially is, and it's followed by a 3-wave pullback, there would typically be further upside trend continuation. So, and that is what I'm watching for. And there are 4 support levels that we can watch. 4 Fibonacci levels that are really relevant here. The first one, $140.64, then $134.16, $127.98, and $119.67. These are the 4 main Fibonacci levels that we need to be watching here. And the price could still go down a bit lower easily, okay? Easily, without a clear reversal signal to the upside. We have to consider that the correction is still unfolding. The correction is set to continue until we get a clear impulse to the upside. What would that be, or how would that look like? I would like to see at least a break above the descending trend line. Then we have the next resistance point here at $152. That's the last swing high. And then a further rally should take the price above $160, let's say $164, okay? So this swing high from the 8th of August. That's absolutely crucial because in Elliott wave, we typically get 3 levels of confirmation. We get the first rally, which is ideally an impulse. It's not clearly an impulse, but we can call it a 5-wave move. So we've got the first level of confirmation out of 3. The next level of confirmation will be a pullback into a support region, a corrective pullback, a 3-wave pullback, which would then ideally hold a higher low. That means I normally consider that when we see a pullback into the support region, it's holding the 78.6 fib level. And then what we want to see normally is a first reaction to it. Okay, that there hasn't really been any reaction yet to support. So that's what we need to see. You could say, okay, but we had a couple of reactions, yeah, but they haven't been, well, they are just too small. Okay, I think everybody can see they are just too small. We're still holding below the trend line. And then the third level of confirmation is a break above what would be the top of the first 5-wave move, labeled as circle wave 1 here in yellow at, $164. So price eventually needs to break above it. Then we get all 3 levels of confirmation. You cannot get more confirmation. Does it mean you have to wait for confirmation to make a trade? No, it couldn't be further from the truth. That's different. Trading and analysis are different in that regard. So if you make a trade or not, more depends on your own risk profile, personal situation, and so on, exposure, strategy, and everything. Yes, the chart is part of it, but it's only part of it. Yeah. So if you're a pullback trader, then you would possibly look to add positions in the support region. As a breakout trader, you might wait for a break of the trend line. They could all be signals, but it depends on how aggressive you want to be, and how much risk you're willing to take. So for me, the first signal that a breakout is happening would be a break above the trend line. And it would also be quite a... It would be quite an interesting signal, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now 6 touch points here, maybe even 7, depending on how you draw the trend line. It's always a little bit subjective to draw these trend lines, but I want to see a convincing break above the trend line. So just a wick and the reversal isn't going to be enough. So it needs to be a convincing break, something sustained. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be what I'm watching for today. I mentioned it in the Bitcoin video as well. Bitcoin is also holding just below a trend line at the moment, might break out there as well. But without a breakout signal, the correction is just set to continue. Even from an Elliott wave point of view, a break of the trend line isn't going to be that meaningful, but it is still something that a lot of traders will see, and it could sort of, generate that additional or that initial spark of upside momentum that we need to kickstart a possible upside reversal. Definitely what I can tell you is that the movement to the downside I've been watching for is technically complete. So we have 5 waves down complete in the C wave of this wave 2 correction. Yeah, you see from this top of the wave 1, we have an A, B, C. The C wave is a 5-wave move. And the C wave would be considered an ending diagonal, which means you have a bit of overlapping structures there. The subwaves are corrective, all of that stuff. That's happened. And therefore, I'm just watching for reversal, but I'm not saying the low is in already. That would require a little bit more confirmation. That's the update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.